Thank you, Naftaly, for being with us, even for the phone of Viv, but thank you. I have some questions for you. I have many videos of you to share with everybody because you have many dance, very popular. How you start to dance? When did you start to dance?
Start the question from the beginning. I didn't hear the beginning of the question.
When and how did you start to dance?
Beth, can you hear her?
Yeah, she's asking, when did you start to dance? What year? And tell us about when you started to dance.
I started to teach, not to dance, 1980. I started teaching. I didn't know even a single dance.
And you didn't dance before teaching? Never?
Say it again. Bev, you have to.
I will. I will. So you didn't know how to dance. You just started teaching. How did that happen?
I used to be a youth counselor in Hadera, and Meir Shem Tov rented my basketball court. I was accepted to law school in Tel Aviv. I had kids. I had Nufar, and my wife at the time was pregnant with Dikla. So I needed to make money as a student, and I decided to become a folk dance teacher. And that's how I became a folk dance teacher without knowing how to dance.
Okay.
Just bought equipment, tapes, and started running sessions.
So, okay. Can you speak about your first very popular dance?
What was Ahava Asura was your first successful dance? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Ahava Asura was my first very popular dance. I went to Horakef of Moshe Skayo. I had the music. When everybody went to lunch, I asked Ilana Brownstein to stay with me. I created a dance, and the rest is history.
Okay. I start now. Okay, it's difficult like that. So you start to create a dance like that. So how do you choose your music?
How do you choose your music? You had one success and you moved on. How did you choose your music?
Usually people will send me music. I would listen to it. If I liked it at the time, I would play the music in my car. I would play it hundreds of times. And if I still liked it, I would create a dance to it.
Okay. I would like to share with the people a dance by you. I do by chronologic. Ella Ella. I would like to share Ella Ella, Mitztaer, and Yafa Atli. If you can speak about this three dance, Ella Ella, Mitztaer, and Yafa Atli.
Okay. I was in Israel's Jacobi place in Los Angeles, and I was looking through his discs. I saw the disc of Adam, the singer. I heard the disc. I liked the song Mitztaer. So on the spot, I created a dance to it.
Okay.
Yafa Atli is a song by Aklon, and it talks about the state of Israel, how beautiful is the state of Israel, and that we don't have to go looking for other places for beautiful scenery. We have everything in Israel. So it's a love song to Israel.
Okay. So I share these three dance. I do by a chronologic Naftaly. We will have Ava Yam Tironet after. Okay?
I didn't hear. Translation, please.
Babe?
She's going to show the dances now. She's going to share her screen and she's going to show the dances.
Excellent.
And people can get up and dance too.
Right.
if they want. It's up to
בפה מלא אני מודה, בך אני מאוהב, יפה כמוך אני מוצא, יש בך דבש וגם חלב, אוויר הרים זך וצלול, ירוק וחום במידה, מי צריך בכלל את חול, כל שארצה בך נמצא, יפת לי וגם לא, יפה לעולם כולו, יפה לי כאיסטנבול, לא צריך בכלל את חול, מוונציה הצפון, מפרץ אילת כהוואי, לחופי ים התיכון, ארצי שלי משאת חיי.
One question from Steve. He asked, Steve?
Hello, I'm Naftaly. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Steve.
Okay, so the question is on Ela Ela. I'm an international folk dancer, and this one part reminds me of Teton Mountain Stomp, which is another dance, sort of American dance. Are you inspired by that? What inspires you? And particularly, was that, did you ever see that dance before you did the step touch in Ela Ela?
No, my inspiration in general is more inclined toward ballroom dancing in general. When I was young, that's the type of dances that we did. We used to call them rikudim salonim. So it's more the rock and roll, the pasadoble, the tango, the waltz. That's my background, and that's probably my inspiration for creating dances.
Super. So I guess both was inspired by the same thing, similar inspirations. Cool.
It could be. It could be. In general, the whole phenomena that is called folk dancing, not just Israeli, is inspired by the beginning of the classical ballet. And there's a lot of elements that you can see that we share the same thing. in folk dancing and in classical ballet. So there's always something that inspires people.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Naftaly, we can see that you have many dance inspired by salsa, rock and roll, and especially in partners. So I will ask you later, did you do rock and roll and salsa beside the Israeli dance?
Yes.
Yes?
We used to have parties, and in the parties they will play rock and roll, they would play salsa, they would play pasadoble, and that's what I did as a youngster.
So before the Rikudei Am.
Sometimes today, if I would be in a wedding or a bar mitzvah, and they play rock and roll, I will get up and dance rock and roll.
Okay. I continue with a dance that it was before by the chronology. It's Ahava Yom Tironi, of course. And you can Nishar Itar, Debka Eti, and Debka Nofar. Can you speak about Debka Eti, Debka Nofar? You use a lot the name of your children, about your wife, and you use the name of your family.
Okay, I'll start with Debka Nofar. Nofar is my eldest daughter. So I have Debka Nofar, and I have Debka Dikla, which is my second daughter. I have Hora Ben, which is my son, 17 years old. And I have Gan Eden for my youngest daughter, which is 15 today.
And Debka Eden. Okay. Nishar Itar. Nofar.
בלתי וימי פוסעת בשבילי חיי, מנתבת את יומי, וברמז את יודעת להבין משאלותיי גם בחלומי. סודותיי איתך חלקתי את נפשי ידעת, לא הסתרתי דבר, ואני היטב ידעתי איך סלחת וגם ויתרת, בליבי עלי סער. למה איתך הכל זורח גם ביום סגריר, שמה בתוך ליבי יושבת לך ובונה לך כן. למה נפשי עליי רוגשת וכולי נרעש, שמה בתוך ליבי לוחשת אהבה של יום חדש.
When you create a dance, do you have some teacher, choreographer who influence you?
Are there, when you create, did you hear that?
No.
When you create a dance, are there some other choreographers who influence you?
No. Not at all. No.
Question was, do you have some favorite choreographers? Not so much that influence you, but that you really admire.
My favorite choreographer is Moshe Skaya.
He just yes.
That makes
Okay.
perfect sense.
Good. Okay. I have some other question and too many dance to share. It's crazy, and we'll see after. Okay. I would like to share now Misra Kadmaot, the three partners. I'm sorry, it's many partners. Misra Kadmaot, Dabrielai, and Zmanim Ktanim.
So she's going to show now 3 of your dances.
Can you speak about this dance or?
She wants you to speak about the dances. Zmanim Ktanim. What were the others, Ariane?
Zmanim Ktanim, Misra Kadmaot,
and Dabrielai.
Gabriela.
and Bailarikud. Okay. Misra Kadmaot I created 2 days before Dikla. Benny Levy used to live in New York, gave me the music, and I created Misra Kadmaot. The Bailarikud I created when I was in Israel. My girlfriend at the time did not speak to me, so it was perfect for me to create a dance that talks about talk to me. And Zmanim Ktanim I created when Atzmit, another girlfriend of mine, gave me the disc, and I was in New York in her apartment, and the words of the song reminds me of her.
Okay. Okay. After we speak about you a bit, if you want to share how you go from Israel to why you moved from Israel to America, to the United States, and we'll see. Misra Kadmaot, Dabrielai, and Zmanim Ktanim for you. זמנים קטנים.
עכשיו שמחליטים להיפרד, לפני שאת הולכת משאירה אותי בודד, תדעי לך שהיו בינינו כמה רגעים נורא קצרים אבל מאוד יפים. נפגשנו במקרה בשוק סואן, ביקשתי הסיגריה ואני לא מעשן, צחקנו כי אחר כך השתעלתי לדקה, אמרת אתה חמוד אני מודה, זה נכון כבר לא חולם עלייך, אבל למרות הכל היו בינינו רגעים, לפעמים אני אחשוב עלייך, אני אזכור אותנו יחד בזמנים קטנים. זוכרת הכרית שנקראה, נוצות שהתפזרו בחדר ועל המיטה, ושנינו התעטשנו יחד בכזה תאום, חשבנו שאף פעם לא נקום. אחר כך נתקעה המכונית, 3 בבוקר גשם ואין זכר למונית, ישבנו רטובים בתחנה המרכזית, דיברנו פילוסופיה קיומית. זה נכון כבר לא חולם עלייך, אבל למרות הכל היו בינינו רגעים, לפעמים אני אחשוב עלייך, אני אזכור אותנו יחד בזמנים קטנים.
I have some quick quiz, like I used to do. Okay. Rikudei Am or Israeli dance?
Rikudei Am or Israeli dance?
Oh, it's a tough question. I would say Israeli dancing.
Okay. Salsa or...
By the classical definition,
yes.
It's not Rikudei Am.
Okay.
Classical definition of folk dancing is that you do a dance that you don't know the name of the choreographer, and the dance is being done for a very long time. So most of the Israeli folk dancing, we know the choreographers, and it's not being done for a long time.
Okay. Salsa or valse?
Salsa or valse?
It's a tough choice. A very tough choice. I love both of them. I would say salsa though.
Okay. Hora or debka?
Hora or debka?
Definitely a debka.
Yes. Israel or California?
Definitely Israel.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And we continue with the dance. Pashut ohev otar, another couple dance, a few debka dikla and leov im efshar. Can you speak about debka dikla? It's for your daughter.
Debka dikla. Debka dikla I created for my camp dance. A lot of my dances I created them for my dance camp or dikla. The music, again, Benny Levy gave me, and I created it 3 days before the camp. And the first time that I taught it was in Hora Dikla.
Okay. So I share Pashut ohev otar, debka dikla, leov im efshar, and Ava mimabat rishon. I have to say that this video is with Dudu Barzilai long time ago. Oh, yeah.
בואי נרכב איתי על גב הקשת בענן, זה דבר אשר רציתי לעשות מזמן, אך אם לא נצליח את עצמנו שם לשים, לפחות נרכב על גב סוסים. בואי ונקנה אופנוע ואיתו נדהר, נא חרושת הדרכים בעמק ובהר, אך אם לא יספיק לכך כספנו השנה, אז נקנה 200 גרם גבינה. כי לא חשוב לאן נלך ולא חשוב מה נעשה, העיקר שנעשה זאת רק ביחד זו עם זה. לא חשוב לאן נלך ולא חשוב מה נעשה, רק שנהיה ביחד.
Can you tell us about some of your favorite moments in Israeli dancing as choreographer, teacher, and dancer?
So can you some of your favorite moments of Israeli dance, of camps, teaching, just some favorite memories of yours from dance?
Favorite moments. I can tell about an experience that I had in 1991 in a camp in Washington. That I taught Ashir Lachem, and when I finished teaching, I was not part of the staff. I was just a guest teacher. And when I finished teaching, Howie Goldman picked me up on his shoulders, and about 300 people were clapping for like 15 minutes. And I was pretty a beginner as a choreographer. It was a great moment. Some other great moments. I guess this is the greatest moment when it's connected to folk dancing.
Okay. Other question, Naftaly, when the pandemic will be over, do you plan to do dance again? And where? Do you have some plan? Do you still create dance, new dance?
What was the question?
So when the pandemic is over, do you plan to go back to dance? Now, Naftaly told me that you haven't taught since '95, right?
Right.
You haven't had a session. Are you still creating dances, and do you plan to go back to dance?
No, I don't plan to keep on creating. I kind of like retired around the year 2000. I created here and there, but I don't feel the need that I used to have to create new dances. As far as dancing, being a dancer, I'll probably go back to dance here in Los Angeles.
Okay, and I know you don't like to speak about yourself, but how is your situation why you moved from Israel to United States to New York or to California?
What was the question?
Talk about why your plans of where you live, why you moved to New York and California, and what are your plans of where you want to live?
Right now, I live in Los Angeles, California. I moved to the state in 1986. Most of my life, I lived in New York. And when the corona started, I came here to California to help my daughter Dikla with her kids. So right now, I'm planning to stay here.
Okay.
When I retire, probably I'll go back to Israel.
Okay. Okay. And I will have some question after sharing new dance. I would like to share now Al Titnilo, Mr. Vev, and Al Titnilo, Mr. Vev, and Zara. I don't think Zara is the most popular partner dance in France. And I share Al Titnilo first.
לא הגידו
מסתובב.
איזה מין גורל המסע מתעתע, מה חשוב בכלל, בגללה עוד אשתגע, רק בלב זה צורף, לא יום ולא לילה, כמה אני אוהב, אבל כלום לא נראה לה. הלילה עובר, השקט גובר, כאן סביב עצמי בתוך ביתי, במטבח, בסלון, במרפסת, בחלום, אותם הרגלים, אותם תרגילים, המטריד את נשמתי, מסתובב בביתי, לא מוצא את עצמי, ככה מחדר לחדר, משהו כאן לא בסדר, מסתובב בבית, מסתובב, ככה מחדר לחדר, משהו כאן לא בסדר, מסתובב בבית, מסתובב, איך מול המסך לרחובות מתגעגע, רגש מסוכסך מחפש לא נוגע, משמעות לא פשוט, אלוהים מה קורה לי, כמה הכל צפוי והראש מסתחרר לי, הלילה עובר, השקט גובר, כאן סביב עצמי בתוך ביתי, במטבח, בסלון, במרפסת, בחלון, אותם הרגלים, אותם תרגילים, המטריד את נשמתי, מסתובב בביתי, לא מוצא את עצמי, ככה מחדר לחדר, משהו כאן לא בסדר, מסתובב בבית, מסתובב, ככה מחדר לחדר, משהו כאן לא בסדר, מסתובב בבית, מסתובב,
אוקיי, עינה זרה.
אמרת את מר ליבך והיית לי כה זרה, הייתי די רגוע גם כשאת היית קרה, מילים כמו סכין והעיניים שוקדות, שאלתי אז מדוע את סובבת סביב פרידות, ליבך הוא לב של אבן עם שיח לצידו, דקה אחת וברד ומיד הופך אורו, אשקה אותו בלי ערב שיפרח כל השנה, תהי אישה אוהבת ואני שלך, אמרת את מר ליבך ולא היה לך מה לומר, לרגע קט חשבתי שהייתי לך לזר, הכיתי על כל חטא גם כשלא עשיתי כלום, ואת תמיד אמרת לי שאהבה היא שיר עמום,
to the question. So I have to say, and I think Naftaly will be okay, that Zara, it's not a video with Naftaly, and we don't have to dance like Yaron Nefshar do with the hands. In the first part, it's without hand, right? With part of Zara, we don't have to use the hand. We don't have to hold the hand. It's without hand, the first part.
Correct.
I remember when you taught it in Paris. Okay, some question. What are the things you have done for Israeli dancing that you are happiest about?
What have you done for Israeli dance that you are happiest about?
I think that throughout my choreography, I influenced the complexity and the handhold of the entire community of couple dances. If you go to my first dances and you go to other choreographers at the time, the dances used to be very simple. And the handhold was very simple. And when I started doing those complicated hand movements and complicated dances, other choreographers started copying this style. And you can see it in most of the couple dances today. And that's my influence on folk dancing.
Okay. One question again. What do you think about the new generation of choreographer, and do you have some advice for them?
I would rather skip this answer. People don't want to really know my opinion of the new choreographers.
But we ask you.
You ask me. I think that they can do better. I think that they should devote more time when they create a dance. Most of the new dances are very, very simple, not inspiring, and they should do better. For me, it's not enough.
Okay, it's good. Good. We have to work more. It's okay.
Yes.
And now I will. Yes. I would like to share again 3 couple dance. You have 2. You did so many couples. So it's from the 90s. You have, I don't know how many dance you have in the 90s, but all of them are amazing. So I will share Ad Kama Aftir, Ani Etenlar. I like a lot Ani Etenlar, and Ad Saga Nigmeret. So first, אני אתן לה.
Rights Wayside, 3, 4.
זוכרת איך נהגנו במכונית הישנה, שער הגיא 97, אחורנים ליטפת אור הלבנה, הרומנטית של הטבע. הרדיו הקריין דיבר על אסונות, הנחת עליי ראשך מפחד, דיברנו אז על ילדים ואהבה, אז בואי ותשאירי לי תקווה. אני אביא לך כל חג שושנה, אשאיר לך ביום השנה, אם רק תגידי כן, ביחד אסתכל איתה. אני אביא לך כל חג שושנה, אשאיר לך ביום השנה, אם רק תגידי כן, ביחד אסתכל איתה. כשהגענו למחלף של תל אביב, קבוצת שונאי שלום הפגינה, שמאל הייתה פנייה לשביל האוהבים, את אמרת לי כך ימינה, רק ידעתי שאולי תגידי כן, הייתי עד חיפה מגיע, שם ישר לירח בשל הירדן, ככה הייתי את הכל נותן. אני אביא לך כל חג שושנה, אשאיר לך ביום השנה, אם רק תגידי כן, ביחד אסתכל איתה. אני אביא לך כל חג שושנה, אשאיר לך ביום השנה, אם רק תגידי כן, ביחד אסתכל איתה.
Philippe, can you open your mic?
I can't open my microphone. I'm
Okay.
a very talented guy.
Wait.
Hey, Naftaly, how are you?
Wait,
nice to
Philippe,
hear you.
wait. I just
Phil Moss is talking to you right now, and he's saying hi.
Hi, Phil Moss.
he has a question.
Good to see you. Actually, I wasn't going to do this, but I don't know if you remember the first time that I ever met you, but it was when you were teaching in Queens. I came out to visit you there, and you were teaching a session there, and there you were. It's the first time we were ever together. That was a lot of years ago, but it's good to see you. A couple of things. One is
I heard only part of what you said. Bev, can you repeat it?
He said that the last time he saw you was
No, the
where was
first
it?
time, Bev, the first time.
First time. Where was it again?
It was a session that he had taken over in Queens. So he was
Took over a session in Queens.
Yes.
And he
You
said
came to my session. I remember that you came to my session in Queens. It was Tuesday night, 108th Street Y.
Yeah, a long time ago, but we're still both around, so this is good. I had a question for you, but I just want to make an observation. You were saying before that you think that the choreographers should work harder and actually make dances that are a little bit more complicated. I hope that's kind of what you said. And I would say that there's a lot of challenge as we try to figure out how to keep Israeli dancing going and whether complicated dances are good for us or not good for us. You created a lot of wonderful dances, but they're not very easy for new dancers. So we have to get them involved before we can get them to want to learn and invest in wonderful dances like the ones you created. But anyhow, really the question I want to ask you, is, and I don't know how much you've been online, but during these times, Israeli dancing has been existing almost entirely online. It's either in Zoom, like what Ariana's doing, or what I do, or Facebook or YouTube. And we all know, what's hard about our current situation. But I wonder, what good do you see in this? What good things have happened to us during these hard times? Things that we might be able to take with us when we're dancing back together. Bev, you may need to help with that.
Part of the question.
So Phil wants to know, through this time with COVID, he leads a session in Chicago, and Ariane, and a lot of us do things on Zoom and FaceTime and lead sessions. And so when we get back to dancing together, what can we learn from this experience of COVID that we can take with us? Something we learned.
I think that what we should learn from the COVID is that dancing is not just about steps. It's not just about the choreography itself. Dancing is about being with people. Dancing is a social gathering. People come to meet each other, to talk to each other. I remember when I came to the United States, I came from Israel. And in Israel, we used to have half an hour of circle dances and half an hour of couple dances with the same partner. And when I came to New York, I was very surprised because they used to play 3-4 circle dances and 3-4 couple dances. And at the beginning, I didn't like it. But then it grew on me, and I understood that this way I can meet and talk to a lot more partners. And what's missing from the Zoom is the human contact, talking to people. Recently in folk dancing, when they do circle dances, nobody holds hands. And it's part of the dance to hold hands, to be together. So the teachers should emphasize this point of the togetherness of a community, rather than everybody comes to his partner, to his 2-3 friends, doing the night, dancing the night, and going home. Okay? It's an opportunity to meet more people.
I agree. Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Philip. Just to let you know, for people who doesn't know, Philip is the one who created the crazy event of marathon, and he's doing great session every Thursday evening for Chicago time, and and for us European people in the night.
Well, I guess we should also say, Ariane, we should also say that you have become one of the main leaders of our Chicago session. So thank you very much for staying up till the middle of the night, so you can lead Israeli dancing in Chicago.
Yes, right. Okay, come back to the video, and maybe we can speak about this, Naftaly, because it's the name of your family, Oraben, Gan Eden, and Debka Eden.
So can you talk about Hora Ben and is it Gan Eden or there's another one?
Gan Eden and Debka Eden.
Eden.
Debka Eden is the last one.
Debka Eden, she said.
Yes.
And Gan Eden.
Gan Eden. Okay. Hora Ben, I created in Los Angeles when I was staying in the apartment of my daughter, Dikla. The music, Orly Sataret from Los Angeles gave me a disc of a Persian player that plays the piano and sings. His name is Bijan Murtazavi. He's a wonderful player. And he wrote the words and the melody of the Hora Ben. Gan Eden, I created in New York together with my wife. And at the time, Eden was kind of like a baby, and she wouldn't let us dance. So I had to create the dance holding her in my hands and holding my wife. And Debka Eden, I created in Los Angeles recently. I think it's about 3-4 years ago.
Yes. Okay, share the video. Oraben, it was in Paris. Oh.
تنم جدا که پاره تنم شده
The last one is Detka Eden from Marola 2017. Naftaly, what do you think about the future of Israeli dance? How do Babe?
What do you think?
Unfortunately, most of the people are old. We don't have enough young people. And about 30, 40 years from now, most of the sessions will not be here. People will die. And probably we'll have very, very small sessions here and there. That's about it.
And how we can bring more young people to keep the dance?
How would I bring young people?
Yes.
Young people will come to sessions if there's other young people in the sessions. So I will start by bringing those dancers that dance in performing groups. I'll bring them to sessions. Even if I'll have to do it for free and even to pay them to come and dance. Once you have 30 young people dancing and young people will come and take a look, they will want to join because they have common grounds, conversations. If a young person comes to a session and he sees that everybody's old, what is there for them to talk about? There's nothing in common.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to have sessions specifically only for young people. No old people allowed.
And what do you think with a young teacher or young or old teacher?
A session,
right?
The teacher can be old. It's not a problem, but the crowd should be young.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep the field working, and young people up to the age of 30, no more than 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a renewal of the whole field.
And the last question for you, and I would like to thank you Naftaly to answer and to be with us. And thanks, B, for your help. Without you, we have no session. So thank you, babe. And what is your, we ask you, what is your plan after the pandemic? But when you, why you are not, you are not leading a session?
I started folk dancing and I had many sessions in Israel. And then when I came to New York, I had a session Sunday, a session Monday, a session on Tuesday, and a session on Thursday. But at a certain point in time, I got tired. People can be very demanding. They come to enjoy, but they demand that you play the songs that they want. And they don't understand that throughout one evening, I cannot play all the requests. So at a certain point in time, I said, enough is enough. And that's it. Decided to quit.
Okay. Good. Okay.
And you don't have a desire to have another session now?
Absolutely not.
There are many sessions in Los Angeles now.
I have much better things to do with my life. Let Sagi Azran and Ariane and you, Ben, you lead the sessions. I'll come, dance, enjoy, and go home. That's it.
Right. So thanks a lot again, Naftaly. Thank you so much. And thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.